Good morning. I've just sat in on, it was a webinar actually, on modern methods of construction. There's a lot of focus on the fourth industrial revolution. Bit of background on MMC, modern methods of construction. A lot of it's moving towards automation. Off-site construction is something that's being seen more and more. I like that. You can get quality control within a factory. But there's a lot of movement towards automation. And this seems to be something that's a common theme with the fourth industrial revolution. It seems to be less jobs, but higher payment for those jobs that are involved. That got me thinking about taxation systems. Now, taxation systems, we have, say there's an earning of £100,000. This is in the UK. So if one person owns £100,000 in the UK, 12,500 of that is probably going to get tax-free. The next 37,500 is going to be taxed at 20%, giving revenue of £7,500. Then you have the next £50,000 up to £100,000, which is going to be at 40% tax, giving revenue of £20,000. So total revenue off one person earning £100,000 a year is £27,500 worth of tax. Now let's look at two people earning 50k. They're both going to be taxed 20% on £37,500, so £7,500 each means cumulatively 15k tax revenue, almost half than if it was just one person doing the job. Now take four people on 25k. 25k isn't that far below the average wage in the country. You're only actually getting 20% of four lots of 12.5. So you're basically looking at about 10k worth of tax revenue off of the 100 grand. So if you have one person earning 100 grand, you get £27,500 tax revenue. If you have four people cumulatively earning the same amount, you're only getting £10,000 tax revenue. And now you look at things like the fourth industrial revolution and automation and more digital. It's less jobs, but higher paying for the jobs that are there. Is it about tax revenue? How much is this about net zero? And how much is it about actually Western countries that are highly indebted having to service that debt? And the best way to service that debt is, of course, through tax revenues. And to get higher tax revenues, it's actually very much false economy to say it's better to have one person earning more than four people earning a living wage, because you still have to pay for those people. But what if you have to paying for those people can be done in an easier way? And maybe that's why we're moving towards a social credit system, having more people on super high wages and everyone else just making up the numbers. Worth thinking about, I think. Is it all about environmental sustainability, or is it actually more about servicing debts?